So here is the 6-pack of Cool White. Apparently they also come in warm white and color changing lights. So they come in this box. Box isn't too big. It's actually the size of my hand. If I could get in there. There we go. Ooh. Okay. So we have some instructions. Ooh, double check the contents before discarding the package to prevent losing parts that are needed for assembly. So there are 6 of these vials with a rechargeable AAA battery. Okay. So these are all in this thing, which I'm going to attempt to pull out. Okay. Oh, these are fancy. Stainless steel rods. Oh, we be classy now. I did not expect that. Wow. Okay. Stainless steel rods. I thought they were going to be like black plastic or some garbage like that. Wow, these ones are fancy. Now, I picked them because I liked the way that the light looked. It's like fancy light. But wow. Okay, so there are 6 of those. Uh-oh, I'm making a mess of something. Ooh, I like that. Tic-tac-toe. Okay. Oh, aren't those pretty? Oh. So there's the little battery pack thing. And the... Oh, wow, how does that work? If the solar is up here... Like, this seems to be self-enclosed right here. Like, you can't separate this. So somehow this solar button connects to this battery? What? Oh, check this out. Oh, I was wondering about that. Okay, I have to give props to this company for minimal packaging. Everything is so tight but so neat inside. And they even put the little stake things in there. So this actually turns around and you wind up with your little tube. Okay. So, alright, we'll assemble one in a hot second. So, I think it's a mystery how this thing works. I don't even see, like, is it like through fiber optics or what? The light seems to be here. So how does it charge the battery? Wow, I have no idea. So, see, it's got this battery in thing here. And then this is all transparent. And you get the button, and like this doesn't come off or anything. It's all sealed. And then the light on the inside, you can barely see it. See how you can see it's there? How do you get to here? What? That's interesting. So this is what I'm intrigued by. This appears to be one solid unit right here that then attaches to this, that then has this glued on button that is like definitely waterproof. Like if water gets on it, it's going to go somewhere else. So that means you're not going to get any like bugs up in here. And if you were to get sun damage, because this company is boasting like this guy can withstand winter and summer, then it's like these are really well sealed. Like you can't get in there. Ooh, more tic-tac-toe. So, all right. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. So, peel off the film covering the solar panel so that the solar panel can get full light. Check whether positive, negative springs are stuck in the slots. Blah, 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 blah. Take the ground plug out of the light pole. Reverse the direction to install. Okay, so on this end, they want you to just go like this and push it in. Okay. So then they want you to get a little battery friend. Go away. And they want battery friend in here. Okay. Then they want, so here's the interesting thing though. Something said on and off position. On and off. I don't see anything where you can twist anything to be like I'm on or I'm off. So, but yeah, you do want to push it all the way in. See that? So let me show you. So with this, you just pull it out from where it comes from and reverse it. Push it all the way in until you got your seal right there. It's kind of not being nice, but there you go. Then on this one, I just lost the battery. Where'd it go? Okay, we'll have to go stand by on that one. This goes in here, and then see how it has those little teethy thingies? Push it all the way in. Now it's in. So this guy, ooh, hold on. There's some teeth things. See those little things? We need to use those little slots. So it's weird though because this just goes in. Let's see. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Oh, okay. Maybe the trick is to not actually have it in this yet, but to put it in this. So yeah, I would start with the battery first. Okay, there it goes. So off and on. I don't understand that. Turn off, turn on. Oh. So this is interesting. Okay, see how I have it covered so it thinks it's nighttime, right? If I turn it like that, like if you disconnect this battery, it will not work. But when you connect it, you get it back in there. It's a little tricky. then all of a sudden it's on. And the thing is, you would want that because you don't want like water getting into the battery area. How weird. I think that turning off and on is actually like non-existent. I think that it's like really meant to say open close. Because if you, I'm trying to get this thing in there correctly. If you try to turn it to where it's like, oh, I'm going to turn my stake lights off, it kind of doesn't want you to do that without compromising the structural integrity of the seal. So you're like, well, I don't want to do that. I want it to be sealed, right? Well, that's the on position. If you try to turn it off, it won't turn off. So, you know, like it's just like disassembling it. So I don't think there's really an on-off feature on here is what I'm saying. I think that your only option is totally on, or you take it off to make it off, in which you're completely detaching the head from it. But then at that, you kind of wouldn't even want to do that. Yeah, I don't get this on-off feature. Like, at all. Yeah, it's weird. It's like, no, you don't actually do that. There's no switch. And to unplug it, just to unplug it. Now, see, this one is really, really stiff. Oh, that does not want to go in there. Okay, I wanted to go on the other side. I mean, a slight twist, I guess, on this one did it. But see, again, I'm telling you, see how it pops right off? That's the on position. If I barely move it to try to get it off, there's a little bit of like airspace in there. I mean, if they had created a better twist seal thing, then you would be able to say, oh yeah, twist it and it turns off, twist it and turns on. But it's not doing that. It's like it's opening it up for air and dust. And I'm like, no, I don't want air and dust in there. I want it to be nice and clean. And I don't want water getting into my battery. So that's really funky. But man, these are really pretty. I'm like all about it right now. You're going to want to be careful with this plastic because I feel like if I was to push it too far, it would crack. But yeah, for these little tiny head ones, because these guys are little heads. See that? It's the palm of my hand. They're really tiny. These are like those small headlamps. I think this one is really cool because of that crystal look. It's like, oh, that's some fancy steps right there. So if you were on vacation, you would want to remove the battery from this. So in that case, you could remove your battery, put this in just as is, and then slip it back on and leave it. Because, you know, once you get in the ground, you don't want to take it out. So you could do that, and then we just sit there, and they wouldn't do anything because there's no battery pack. So the battery pack is required. But yeah, before you go on, like, if you are a seasonal person, you would want to remove your batteries. That way you don't come back to like messed up batteries. Or in that case, like in some cases you would want to leave them, okay? But like, let's say you didn't, because you didn't want the batteries going bad, or you just didn't want those kinds of lights on at your house. That's what you'd have to do. Take them out. But to each their own on what they're doing. And for me, I would keep these on the on position. Alright, so I accidentally tossed the battery somewhere, so I at least have all these assembled. It was pretty easy. You have to kind of handle this a special way, and I know that you could break it if you were like messing around with the plastic. So you want to be careful, because you know this is just a little plastic tube. You could break that, and this is a, you know, plastic thing. You could break those little teeth, so you want to do that. And I mean, it's hardy enough. It's not going to go anywhere. But you know, in other words, if you're manhandling this thing, you're like messing with it. It's like, okay, you know, you're asking for it at that. I don't believe in the on and off position for this thing, but I know that these look really, really pretty. They have a very crystal kind of look to them. And I like that they have the chrome. I was not expecting the stainless steel. That makes them super fancy. So these are fancy ones. I think these are the fanciest little ones I've ever seen. Because I had little ones in the past that have died, you know. And I couldn't replace the batteries. And that's what these are for, to replace it. But these are like really pretty. And so, yeah. So there you go.